Alright guys, welcome back to my video. And today we have the BMX race season race route to BMX GP. Race number 4. And actually this is the first time I did not record a video at the time when I arrived. So now actually it's the start of round 1. And I have quite a few tickets. Let me just check my ticket. See here. So these are my slots. I'm currently taking a break for a while, so I'm going to share my car setup as usual. After that, I will share the track layout, and I'm going to try to win some slots today. Yeah. So that's it. Stay tuned. Do like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the action. Let's go. All right, so today's car review is going to be my FMA. Ta-da! So this is the blue chassis FMA. The blue dark blue come from the Tamiya Korea kit, and I mainly play this one today because the layout is quite tricky for my sliding machine, especially the down corner down. Later, when you see the track layout, I will tell you where the dip zone is. The rest of the layout is okay. Jumps is typical. I can jump successfully. But for this particular track, I need to be not fast enough to corner down and clear that section. If I can clear that section, I will technically win in a way. But because the track condition always move, right? So it's a bit challenging. So here's my double sliding that I was talking about. Okay, so it's a typical red one, you know. But because of the lane changer, I need to play double roller 13 at the front. So this helps with the lane changer. Okay, so this is the double sliding car with all small diameter cars. So but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this. So this is running Hyper Dash 3. I'm currently running 3.5 is to 1 gear ratio, small tires, all 13 mm. And I'm using front blue and rear blue. And my motor is in a way freshly broken in on the spot on the race day. So because I find that most of my motors are not prepared, so I had to do an emergency break-in during the race. So I actually brought my break-in machine to do the break-in. And my motor is not particularly fast actually. My reading is only like 27k at 3.2 volt. But because my car is too efficient for the setup that I'm playing, right? It is actually quite fast to run, or rather quite efficient to run. I wouldn't use the word fast because we are looking at efficiency of how the car moves, right? When it's presented with the motor that you have. And if I rather put my power dash, which I measured at about 33, it's not even a fast power dash. So it's about 33k at 3.2 volt. It's still a little bit too fast for this particular layout. And you might say, just do the braking. No, it's not a braking problem. I can brake, but I cannot pass a particular section of the track. I'll show you later when I do the track layout. Okay, I catch you in the action. Stay tuned to find out what I'm talking about. See ya. Alright guys, so this is the track layout. I will be zooming in. So let's start here with a dragon back. Then a U-turn over there. And come over here. And then you come to a single jump with a jump 3. And then you U-turn over there with another dragon back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece corner. Down 2. Then you... Okay, so I was saying the dead zone is here. The outer lane. When you're down corner and you're down to here, right, you most likely will fly if you don't have a good setting. And you're gonna hear 3 piece straight, a series of corners, another U-turn here, and then series of corners over here. And then your single jump to two-piece straight, lane changer over here, and then you go to a series of corner back to the finishing line. Right, so there you have it, the track layout. It's technically it's a fast layout, but because a lot of control, so if you have good control, so you have no problem with the track. I only manage one slot for round 3. So good luck to me. Round 3, I can't do much. It's really throwing a lot of slots today. I don't know why. So I will try to just play one lah. We'll see how lah. Okay, talk to you guys when I enter the next round. If I enter. Else, this is probably the last section of the day. Okay, I see you soon.
A few moments later.
You set up this layout one lah. Don't bluff lah. Every time you come out this.
I only got one slot.
Walah, make the track so difficult for what? Next time you want to difficult like that, make all bang lah. Like that better what?
75. Four, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
A few moments later.
Hey, so I just want to talk about braking. I'm just going to use this car as an example. So most of my cars, right, if you notice, right, I have always been using front super hard and rear low friction. That's because I am focusing on shorter jumps instead of launching. So for some other racers out there, they prefer to play rear hard with front low friction, even on the FM cars, because they wanted to launch the cars to do what do you call? Some people call air cornering. Some people in the locals here call chop corner. We are just calling it jump tabletop, that kind of things. But I don't like that because there's only a limited number of times for me at least, right, to encounter the number of jumps I can successfully land in. I know it's exciting to see the car jump onto the corner and then cut across like it's some exciting race. But then if my livelihood is to keep racing and breaking my cars, right, then okay, fine. I'm going to keep doing that and that will become my ultimate goal. But no, I am trying to play as stable as possible. And that's why I always keep telling my friends, especially my teammates, don't focus on speed because speed is easy to achieve. You can achieve speed by trying to do some maybe less braking, faster motor, a bigger tire, a lighter weight. It's all this that makes speed relative very, very fast. But then if you have a lot of speed and you cannot control, then there's no point for it. So these some things that maybe I can impart to you. If you want to try to control your brakes, first try to put low friction tires on the rear. Go and read the Tamiya packaging. It does tells you that install low friction tires on the rear for shorter jumps. This is Tamiya already tells you to do that. So I'm sure their R&D is saying the truth. Secondly, you need to try, at least for me, what I do is if you install double ice cream stick like this, right, you can do a staggered plates like this. So this is the front one is directly onto the chassis, and then the rear one is lowered. So you can lower it by like maybe 3 washer or something, right? So that when you install the brake there, when it hits a slope, right? Because the slope is like angle, right? So you will touch the rear part of the brakes more effectively than if you mount it flat. And if you mount it flat, right, only the outer front most part of your brake will touch, which is very uncontrollable and unpredictable. So that's something for you guys to think about. Um, Most people keep asking me today, you need to break in motors and stuff, but no, really no. I already proven time and time again, right? Break-in is not that necessary. Break-in helps because it helps your motor reach its peak potential earlier. But over braking will damage your motor. It does not give you magic bonus speed, no. Unless you do something to the motor, which I'm not going to discuss over today. But breaking in is just to achieve that smoothness of the motor to hit the its reach maximum potential. In fact, today's motor that I'm playing, right? I was breaking in this on Hyperdash 3s on the spot today. And I only hit 27k at 3.2 volt. That is really slow in most people's standard. Slow for open class at least. I do not think 27 for open class is actually very good. So depending on your setup, you might need to go higher than that. Most people are always looking for 30,000 RPM at 3.2 or even 32,000 RPM at 3.2 volts. So I'm always measuring at 3.2 volts, so your mileage may vary. But what I'm trying to say is that the Tamiya packaging tells you it's about 21,000. That's with load. So mine without load is about 27,000, which is still more than what Tamiya says. And anything more is really arbitrary, might be slightly artificial, but I don't know. Your mileage may vary depending on your setup. So that's all I want to tell you for today's sharing session. Just saying, control your brakes and you should be able to conquer most of the layouts out there. Okay, happy racing, and I'm going to go back to the action. See you. All right, so I guess that's the end of my race. I did change some strategy for that last one. Trying to go jam brake, as I was saying in my previous rant. Yes, I was doing jam brake and I was pulling more speed, but it's still luck, luck still plays a part. Maybe in the next one. Anyway, I won't be available for the next BMX race because I will be overseas. So I'll see you when the next time comes. See ya.
On.
Finish.